Well, here we are, guys. We're going live again, and I just wanted to it's going to be quite a quick one today, to be honest. But I said we'd turn up here live and we'd have a go. It's I've literally 15 minutes ago, I was still in a car coming back from town. We were stuck in traffic. I was trying to do my last minute Christmas shopping, but we've raced back, and here I am, and we're all good to go. The only thing I haven't quite got is I wanted the comments on my phone. So if anybody shows up. And I realise I haven't pushed it out as well today, so I wouldn't be surprised if people aren't showing up. But you'll catch it on the replay, and this is still a very good little topic for you. Now, again, this has come out of members, customers of mine who have said, before we've even started the academy, they've gone, oh, but I always have this problem in my room of it sounding tinny, or, the audio's really bad in my room. It's echoey. And you probably know as well as me that the main culprit, the main reason for that kind of echo noise is hard floors. And very much, I'm pretty much in a square office here. And when I first set up in here and had a studio, there were no furnishings, there was nothing in here. And I'd got, parallel walls, just like a square box in here. And it really echoed around, and would have been rubbish for doing recording. And I actually went off and I bought a whole load of those little foam tiles and started putting them around the room. And I realized actually you need about half of your room covered if that's what you want to do to really be effective with those. So what can we do? How can we improve this? Bearing in mind that typically what I'm teaching when I'm doing videos like this, you're using your home space. You're not creating a dedicated studio. You're in a living room or a bedroom, whatever space it might be. So what can we do to deaden that noise? And one thing that if you have got hard floors like that, then one thing that you can do is to put a rug down on the floor. I put some big curtains in this room here. That's good. And even just putting furniture around the room will just break up the sound is just hitting the walls and bouncing around, and that's what we're trying to stop. But one of the easiest tips that I recommend to people is, instead of trying to soundproof the walls at the side and behind you, the bit you're trying to stop really is the sound coming from your voice going forwards and bouncing back. So we want to deaden the sound right in front of us. And so what I say to students is, as a temporary fix, why don't you just grab a sheet or the best is kind of like a duvet to just hang behind the camera. One of my members recently was saying that he uses removal blankets, like the sheets that you use for packing out, and that's really dense and it's thick. You could use like a bed sheet, but the thicker, denser that material is, the more it will absorb the sound and stop it bouncing around. So I've got something here. This is just like a fleece or a throw that we have up in the lounge, actually. And, they like to cuddle up in that when we're watching a movie. But something like that's quite thick, like a sheepskinny material here, works really well. And actually having something quite bright as well will help, because bearing in mind, so here I am, and forgive me if the sound's getting a bit bad. I'm not talking straight to the mic here. But imagine this is me recording. And actually, that's pretty much the distance back I am. Because I'm on this Panasonic with this 20mm lens, I can really get this close to the camera. So there I am, camera's in front of me, my lights are mounted up there. We spoke about lights yesterday. They're up there, and so no one sees what's directly behind the camera here, and that's my opportunity to really kind of deaden and kill this sound. So what I tend to use, this here is can you see? I haven't brought it around far enough. This is a boom mic stand. So we're using this when we're trying to get this shotgun mic right nice and close. But another thing we can use it for like this is just to make a little frame that we can hang a sheet or something like this to. Now, if you've got like a clothes area or something else, or just, drape this over any kind of furniture really, but ideally it wants to be, at the height that you're speaking. It's not a lot of good having it down here at sort of, waist height when you're talking up here. It really wants to be able to sit right behind the camera and catch that sound. So look, I can bring that right in there behind the camera. And when I flick my screen out, I'm working like this. And when we were on the phone the other day, one of the group coaching calls that I do, and Christine was on there, and she kind of laughed and made a little tent over her head like this. And it made such an incredible, we were sort of joking about it, but it made such a difference to the sound just by killing it and just stopping it. She was one who's in a, she's got high ceilings and it's just plain flat walls and it really is bouncing around, hard wooden floors. So I'm saying that's your priority right there. Yes, put a rug on the floor, but that will have way less impact than doing this. So there it sits. The closer I can get that into me, and I'm talking into that, and I can hear straight away actually a much cleaner, richer kind of sound that isn't bouncing around. My microphone then is pointing straight in at me. So we're using shotgun mics, and that's what I recommend. If you're getting typically a podcast mic is picking up sound from all around you. And so that's also going to pick up a lot more. So the microphone will make a difference. But get a good shotgun mic. It's pointing straight in at you, and it's really not trying to pick up sound from roundabout. So my mic's nice and close. It's pointing straight in at me. And there I am recording. And there you go. There is a very quick little tip on how to deaden that sound. And give it a go. If this is you, and regardless of what you're recording on, if this is how you're going, and you're struggling with the sound, you find it kind of echoes around a lot, then give that a go and let me know how you get on. If you're still struggling with it, then come back to me. But the thicker the material, the better. And give that a go. And if this is sort of in a room that you're trying to improve and make better for doing your recordings, then why don't you stick up some curtains or add some furniture in around, cushions around the room? Stuff like that will definitely help to deaden it. But that right behind my camera is, that's the best thing we can do. All right. So I hope you found that useful. Sorry nobody managed to get on. I didn't get a chance to boost this out before going live, but please keep your eye on this page and, check out on here. I might actually put these in. Because of Ecamm, I can schedule these ahead of time in Ecamm, so I tend to put them up. But even I'm looking on my page, and they're quite hard to find. So what I might do is schedule them in as events, and maybe that's an easier way to spot them. But please make sure you're following along with the page, not just liking it, but following it, and then you should get notifications of everything I'm doing over here. And I'm just keen to keep throwing this out and giving you lots of tips and advice. If you're only just joining in now, then check back down the page because there's loads more little tips like this. And as ever, why don't you comment and let me know what you'd like to hear about? What other things would you like teaching on that I can help you with? Okay, so thanks very much. And if I don't see you before, have a great Christmas. But check out, I've got a few more videos before then. All right, thank you very much.